Would you like to go into space?
I want to like get
I want to be an astronaut. Go to space.
But you have to get flights there now. And
You have to get flights there?
yeah,
No, you don't. We could propel you
you
there.
get in the thing. There's no Virgin.
Yeah, but that's if you want to come back.
Jimmy, leave them alone. They're on my team.
Sorry, Sean.
We could live on the moon. Like, imagine us living on the moon. Like, imagine you go to a website and you can just see us like living on it. We're like,
Hold on a sec. I'm just going to do that.
18% of youngsters said the person they're most scared of is who?
I was scared of everything, but maybe I just read the wrong papers, but I get the impression our kids aren't scared of anything. But I used to shit myself. Someone told me once that recording off the telly was illegal. And I had like 150 videos. I remember once the police coming around and being convinced I was going to get locked up for like 50 years for recording Saved by the Bell off Channel 4.
Probably, you know, on every housing estate, every street, there's a sort of bit of a nonce fella. He's not a proper nonce, he's just a bit odd.
You mean like...
Everyone goes, oh, don't go round there. Shut you up, he will.
Sean Steen, what do you think kids are most scared of?
Well, in our house, it's Mr. Jangles, which is one of the characters I play.
Who is Mr. Jangles, Sean?
Mr. Jangles comes up the stairs! You better be in bed! Before Mr. Jangles gets up there!
That's everybody's scared, Sean. That's just like
We're all
getting a bit
scared
panicky.
now. I'm afraid that's the end of the show because we have to go to bed now.
I find it really funny when kids are scared of stuff, because my girls, I've got 2 daughters, and they're not scared of anything, but I've got a niece, and she's scared of everything. I took her to Cadbury World recently, and like they've got these big like cocoa beans walking around, so like dressed up cocoa beans, and the whole time she was like,
I'm not surprised.
laughing. I was like proper laughing at her.
You were laughing at your niece. She was terrified on a day out.
I liked your face, Jimmy. Do the face again of her being terrified.
Oh, she
Was she in a Michael Jackson Thriller video? It's quite an extreme, terrified.
No, but that's how
Can we have it one more
terrified
time?
she was.
Could you do Mr. Bojangles, or whatever it was called, and then I would have terrified? It'd be great. A little playlet.
Mr. Bojangles! I don't do it, really. It's a joke. I don't terrify my children as Mr. Jangles.
Say that now.
What's he called then?
Ron.
I'm coming up the stairs.
No, it's just... Ron's here.
And weirdly, that's more terrifying than Mr. Jangles. We asked our studio audience, what's the best way to impress a woman? A feat of strength or a grand romantic gesture? What do you think they said?
Bit of both, innit?
Yeah.
Carry a woman up a mountain at sunset and then do her on it.
Ladies. Ah, the romance of being done on a mountain.
My friend was actually proposed to like that. They were on
Well, she was being done on a mountain.
I think he said, oh, Laura, I've got something to ask you. And she said, no, Dave, not here. And then he actually proposed. Yeah.
Why would you marry a man who, when he says something like that, you naturally assume he means doing it? Baffles me, the men that have got wives.
How long have you been single there, John?
Well, 8 years. What's the relationship status of my team?
Single for about 8 years also. We're really killing it.
Good strong wrist.
Yeah.
I'm in a relationship, practically married for 8 years. Even stronger wrist.
How did you woo your other half? Was it a romantic gesture or was it...
Woo.
Well, you know the way you woo a woman.
Like in the 30s.
You might do a feat of strength. You might say... You might do something that's, like, impressive to women. Involving...
Right.
Look, I'll look. You want a pickled onion? Give those to Sean.
Give them to me.
There you go. You can, but that's the traditional way to impress a woman, is that it's a feat of strength. It's like a... Just open it. It's just been opened, Sean.
Yeah, it's a trick, isn't it? No, it hasn't. I can't open it.
Give them to Daniel. He'll do it.
It's glued up. You've glued it up.
I haven't.
You have.
Why would I do that? It's easy. Just twist it. You just twist. Just twist the top. We asked tonight's jury audience, would you rather be beautiful or brainy? What do you think they said?
I went on a date recently and 2 different people came up to us and said that she was far too attractive to me.
Wow.
I'm sure you've had it as well, Alex.
Total strangers came up to you.
One was a drunk Australian man who'd fallen out with his friends and he thought, well, I'll go and slag off this guy who's with a hot girl then. And then the second one was a drugs dealer in Camden who stopped a mobile phone call to point across the street and go, you shouldn't be with her, mate. And I didn't know whether that was the greatest compliment or the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I go for ugly, stupid women. Really ugly, really stupid. So then people come up to me and they go, you're too good for her, mate. You shouldn't be with her. They go, there she goes. She's combing her hair with a shoe.
You've chosen the mugger. Here is a clip.
Is he a mugger?
Yes, he is.
That's a bit judgmental, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here's a clip to illustrate the question.
I've developed a practical, easy-to-learn self-defense program for seniors. In this segment, we want to teach you how to defend yourself against a rear low-section bear hug attack. Low section means that the attacker is grabbing you about the elbows. It is not possible to throw the arms off. In this case, you would step to your left, reaching back with your right hand to testicles and squeezing. Or you could step to your right, reaching back with your left hand, grabbing testicles and squeezing. In this case here, the first thing that's very good to do is to take your forehead and bang as hard as you can on the person's nose. A second thing that's a real possibility is step to the side, take your hand, grab testicles and squeeze.
Jackie Chan would never do that, okay? He'd totally just go psh, 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 wah, wah, take him down any day.
Yeah, but they wouldn't do... Can I just point something out to you? They wouldn't make an instructive self-defence video for Jackie Chan. This is for people who aren't Jackie Chan. The idea is helping old people who get attacked. You know when you go out and you attack old people?
OK, now here's your related question. If attacked, most people would leave a friend to fend for themselves. True or false?
Imagine you're being attacked, okay? The friend has to help, so he has to run off and get help.
Oh, what's that? What's that? Earwigs at the rhubarb.
It's all to do, I suppose, with a friend, isn't it? Because we've all got friends who are complete arseholes. You always keep one in your life, don't you? And you hope that one day they'll shape up and you go out with them and they're still an arsehole. And they get you in trouble. That one, I'd probably go, I'll see you in a couple of years' time.
It's worth remembering, if you don't have one of those friends, it's you. Most people believe they could survive alone for a week in the wilderness. True or false?
They probably believe it, but they probably wouldn't.
Yeah, but I would.
I've watched nearly all of your shows. I am genuinely a massive fan. I've watched nearly all your shows, and it seems like nothing can't be solved by drinking your own piss.
It's very overrated, drinking your own pee.
All right,
The worst one I had was I'd killed this snake in the desert and I skinned it, and I thought I'd pee inside the skin and keep it as like a water bottle around my neck. And then about a day later, after being kind of in the heat of the desert, and I drank it, and it was like mix all the snake innards, and I thought, this really is a bad cocktail.
Drinking your own urine is meant to be good for you. Nonsense. I put my back out.
My favourite episode of your show was when you literally just got out of your helicopter. But you got over it, you walked down the hill, you found some bear poo, and you got a bit of apple out of it. And you went, oh, yeah, apple. And you washed it with your water. And you ate it immediately. I thought, you've just got off your helicopter! How are you already home? Put it in your bag!
Chris, if you think that's bad, have a look at this.
In hot climates, if you try to walk in the heat of the day with no water, you may last no more than 4 hours. But if it's a choice between life and death, there's a survival trick I was shown by an old ranger. One thing you can do if you're stuck out here with no water source at all is actually drink the fluid from a fresh elephant dung. Pretty disgusting, but it could save your life. Resort. There can be harmful bacteria in that water, but if you have nothing else to drink, it could buy you extra time.
The worst bit was when that lump actually did drop off, and then that wasn't meant to happen.
That was the worst bit about drinking the dung water.
It was a ranger who told me this, but I always think of the ranger. I bet he's seen it now on TV and go, that idiot, you believe it?
It seems like an unnecessary step. I've actually written a survival book. And it's real. The unique feature about my survival book is it's edible. There it goes. Day 1, eat page 1. Eat page 2. Page 9, don't eat this, it's poisonous. And,
You never seem to make any puddings. That's what always bothers me. It's always, well, I understand that you can, eat a squirrel or whatever, or, suck something's poo, but there's nothing similar to angel delight, is there?
What's the worst thing you've eaten to stay alive?
The worst is probably raw goat's testicles, or actually, no, big yak eyeballs was bad. No, actually, the camel intestinal fluids from a camel intestines, that was the worst.
I think the eyeball would be worse for me because it'd be looking at you.
Being difficult to get down. The amazing thing is it doesn't really digest, so when it comes out the other end, if it's it's...
What wouldn't you do then? Would you, like those guys that went down, the plane went down in the Andes and they had to eat each other, would you eat another human being to stay alive?
What a question, I mean, it's a difficult one, isn't it? I mean,
you definitely would.
Yes!
It's not a difficult question. I think most of us go, no, I wouldn't. I'd rather die. It's a difficult question if you're a maniac.
If I was with my kids and I died, I think I'd want my kids to eat me if it kept them alive.
What does the British nation prefer, the Queen or a full English breakfast?
To eat?
Yeah.
It's a weird question to get asked, isn't it?
It's the sort of thing some nutcase at a bus stop would can't go, do you like the Queen or fry up? Queen or fry up now! Queen or fry up now! I make my own shoes.
I can't think I've ever woken up hungover and thought, God, I need a picture of the Queen. People don't like the Queen anyway.
Yes,
I mean,
they
really.
do.
Not as much as sausage.
The Queen is massive now.
The Queen is massive now.
Yeah, the Queen. I don't think the Queen's
You're
ever
getting
been
slightly more
popular.
street, aren't you? The Queen is massive now.
We've just had the royal wedding and all of that. The Queen is hugely popular.
They still would prefer a fry-up.
I met the Queen once, and she came up to me and she said, "And what do you do?"
Were you on the news at the time? That's a real slam.
No, I said, "Oh, I do the news on Channel 4," and she said, "Oh, I don't watch Channel 4."
Fuck you, lady. Fuck you. I'm livid. You don't ever watch Channel 4?
She doesn't
I'm not
watch...
buying stamps anymore. I'm going to send everything DHL. I have no interest in your operation.
She's never seen Come Dine With Me.
I bet she watched Big Fat Gypsy Weddings. And she thought, that most of them are pixelated. She thought that's what they look like. Channel 4 must have used up their entire pixelation budget on that show. Well, this is John Joe, and he's worried about compromising his scrap metal business.
Well, I don't know. The Queen's quite similar. I reckon she would have watched Big Fat Gypsy Wedding because it's just, you know, people that don't really do
Everyone
anything.
watched that, didn't they?
They
They did a royal
They
one.
live off the state and they're interested in horses. It's basically the same as her.
I don't personally. I'll come out and say I don't like the Queen. I think it's absurd that we have a Queen. Basically, what we're saying is that we're no more sophisticated than bees. Bees have a queen, and their queen actually does something. Lays eggs, and is massive. Their queen is about 20 times bigger than them. So you go, fair enough, you can be queen. You're 50 times bigger than us, and you lay eggs. Our queen just doesn't even open doors.
They always say when people like a royal bashing, they always say it's like it's a tourist attraction. The royal family brings in loads through tourism, and I sort of thought it's a tourist attraction, but it's not a great one. Like Alton Towers, that's a really good tourist attraction.
Yeah.
I want to see Buckingham Palace of Adventures. I want to see the Queen in a bikini with a water slide. I want to see Charles offering kids rides on Camilla down the beach. It's not good enough.
OK, so what are you going to go for?
I think we've got to go full English. Yeah, we've got
You're
to go
going full English. OK. Sean, what are you going to go for?
I'll say this. Most people go full English, but then vegetarians wouldn't. But most vegetarians, I reckon, don't like the Queen.
That's probably
true, isn't it? Because they're all bloody commies, aren't they?
You have overthought this spectacularly.
So it's hard. But I'll go full English.
You're going full English. I can tell you the answer is 77% of Brits prefer a full English breakfast to the Queen. Yeah. Who do you go to for advice? When something bad happens, when something happens in your life, there's a crisis, who do you go to?
My mum.
And what does she say?
Google it.
I think it's got to be family, because I would definitely go to Mama and Papa Wan every single time for advice.
Mama and Papa?
Mama and Papa Wan.
Oh, that sounds adorable.
Yeah, they are adorable.
Do you phone them up for just advice on like, personal stuff, or is
Well,
it like...
I tend to talk to Mama Wan first, because I can't understand my dad, because he talks in very broken English still, which is...
A little bit racist, Cock.
A little bit racist. But it's a little bit. But it's true, but honestly, to this day...
Have you never communicated with your dad?
We do. But my dad is one of these immigrants that came over to the country. Social immunity, I'm allowed to say this. He's one of these immigrants that came over, and when he came over, he couldn't speak English, and my mum taught him to speak English because they fell in love. And then over his life, he's lived here since he was 16. He's about 102 now. So he's been here most of his life. And so he must be able to talk good English. But he's really, as soon as he doesn't want to listen to a word we'll say, you know, Dad, how are you? He'll just go, oh, Or I'll turn around to my dad and I'll say, you know, Dad, this has happened in my life, or, you know, this has happened, I really need some advice. And he'll go, who are you? This is the honest truth. He becomes really racist about himself and refuses to talk in English.
You've got comedians watching you on going, you know we can't possibly join in on any of this. I've got one. Does he sometimes say this?
He's amazing. I love my dad.
I think you all would do it. You're just being cynical. I think all of you
I
are gentlemen.
once.
You're gentlemen and you would. I would.
You think I would stay and defend a friend?
Yeah.
You, Lorraine, are a very poor judge of character.
Yeah. I was once out with some friends on a night out and we got attacked. And I went and got us a taxi. While the fight was ensuing, I thought there's going to need to be transport when this finally settles down. And I was quite right. To
the hospital, please.
Yeah. Imagine, Jimmy, you'd go and get changed into your jeans, wouldn't you? Just in case you get your clothes ruffled up. I am going to stick around and help you. I just need to change into my jeans.
Sean, I tell you, you say that. You're lucky I don't have my jeans on right now, or I'd come over there.
Oh, sure.
And I would...
Sort me out. You haven't got your bloody jeans on, have you?
Yeah, but otherwise...
Yeah.
They're new trousers, so...
You could rip your top like Superman.
Are you asking to see Lorraine's boobies? I didn't know if you were looking at me. Can you rip your top?
Lorraine's a lady and she wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's not nice, Kay. Lorraine's totally cool.
Well, they're also very bad judges of character.
You do say you use cool a lot.
I know, because
You use too much.
I know,
you
but
want to use cool about, I reckon, 30% less.
I don't say cool anymore.
if I was focused, really focused, if I got in the zone, I was totally
Try not to
focused.
say cool for about 10 minutes. See how you get on.
Okay.
Just a little challenge.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So, a feat of strength or a romantic gesture, what would woo you?
It's got to be a romantic gesture, hasn't it?
So, what kind of romantic gesture?
I'd say something like this.
What about something like this?
So like mating, kind of.
Is that sexy?
My dad's lost the romance for my mum over the years, and when she was pregnant, I was 3 years old when my mum was diagnosed with my sister, and when she was 7 months pregnant, my dad's a lovely guy, but he just snapped him. She's like, you don't do anything around the house anymore. I'm doing everything. I do the hoovering, doing the cooking, doing it. I've got this one to take care of. Can you just help me? Some things I can't do, like I can no longer do the dishes. I physically can no longer do the dishes. Then the next day when my mum went to work, my dad spent the day welding a semicircle into the sink so she could get the
I sometimes do something that's a bit naughty. I think other people do it as well. What I do is I'll record an episode of The Sopranos and then watch it before the watershed. Swearing in the afternoon. And I'll leave the windows open so school kids can hear them. I feel so bad.
I think the main one is because the British penchant for urinating in public is quite big. I was on a tube train the other day.
A tube train?
A tube train, and a man had a piss in the corner. And typical British, we were all like... And then he got off at the next stop, and I had to break the silence. I said, thank God he didn't need a shit.
It's so much easier for guys because you can pee wherever you want.
So, where's the worst place you've peed?
Okay.
Come on, tell the truth.
Okay, I was drunk in a taxi and I needed to pee really bad, and I peed on the floor of the taxi and then paid him and got out.
Kelly, let me tell you, that's not a crime, that's a website. No, I think it's something to do with traffic, actually. I think it's a car thing. I think it might be using your hazard lights incorrectly, because most people think that they can put the hazard lights on and do anything and just pull up on a double yellow line and get the dry cleaning, or go drunk driving and you get pulled up there. Do you realise you've got your hazard lights on? Because I'm drunk, officer. Because I've had to warn everyone, I'm very drunk. Actually, I would like to have hazard lights on my epaulets. Just go, if I decide to do something wrong, I put hazard lights on and then everyone's warned about it, you know. I'm having a shit on the tube, ladies and gentlemen. Put hazard lights on, I turn around, and it's fine.
I sometimes, I know I shouldn't admit this, but sometimes I only have 4 a day.
Yeah. You break your own rule.
And then other days I have 80. You don't want to be around then.
Top way Brits break the law. You do it in the car.
Mobile phone driving.
Oh, no, it's not a crime.
Yeah, it is.
I got off.
I saw an ambulance man the other day on his mobile. That's proper attitude, isn't it? That? yeah, nothing about. No, I'll try to create a bit of work, actually.
Speeding.
That is the right answer. Top thing Brits pretend to know about.
Although it's Brits, if it was British men pretending to know, it would be their way around girly bits.
Their way around girly bits?
Because a lot of men don't know.
Like Jedward fans watching this, they're not like know any of this type of stuff going on.
They won't know anything. They won't know what's going on.
Any of our fans watching this, okay, close their ears.
Have you guys had sex?
Have you two had sex?
No, they had sex.
Oh, with someone else. Fine, you can ask that. Well, let's ask you in a nice way. Have you got girlfriends?
No, not right now.
Couple of volunteers.
We have respect for girls. We actually have so much fun. Like, everything we do, we have so much fun. Like, you don't have to, like, drink or smoke to have fun.
Yeah, but you just go like that. Wow!
Babies
Best thing to do if the world is about to end?
I'd go to the Canal Museum. Couldn't die without going there.
Yeah. Have you not been?
No, it's on my to-do list, though, before the world, you know.
Seems quite achievable.
Yeah, I've got a lot of things on at the moment, though.
Christian, what would you do if the world was about to end?
I'd take a picture, capture the moment.
For who?
Like that. The world's about to end, smile.
Yeah. I'd gather my children around me and I'd say, and you're my favourite.
Mine's just really sanctimonious. I think I would do all my admin and tidying and just sit in the middle of the living room and go, finished.
I'd stop people having sex.
How?
If I'm not going to have any, they're not. Push them apart. I spend the next hour stopping. Oi!
You should prepare what you're going to say to the devil, shouldn't you? Like, I'm going to prepare. I'm going to say, hello, Jimmy.
And I'm going to say, we've been expecting you.
Because we're all going to hell.
Yeah, but I hear it's a dry heat.
I love those people that predict the end of the world, and they're like that guy that did it recently and got it wrong.
He says it's now going to be in October this year.
Oh, is it? Oh, shit. I'm meant to be on holiday.
Shit, and the Canal Museum's closed June through September.
If there wasn't a Canal Museum, what would you do if the world was about to end, Joe?
I'd have a cigarette in a pub. I'd probably get told off, though, you know what I mean? No, you can't do that in here. It's last day.
Yeah.
Number 10 is apologise to everyone you've wronged. I don't know how much notice we get. I'd need a lot.
What's number 1, though?
You said smoking in the pub. You're very close with that.
Go for a pint.
That is close enough. I can tell you, yeah, the best thing to do if the world is about to end is to get drunk. Top thing that makes someone posh.
How they speak.
How they speak. You think that's what makes someone posh?
100%.
I think it's more that you can always, nearly, with a real posh person, you could always see their teeth. I think a really posh person looks like a normal person halfway through a sneeze, like...
Posh people always have their pasta kept in like see-through jars. They want to show you their pasta. They go, look, spaghetti, look. Don't give a shit. What have you done? You've taken it out of the packet and put it in another packet. You're wasting your time.
Like it's a special treasure.
Yeah.
Sarah, what do you genuinely, what do you think makes someone posh?
Men wear coloured trousers.
What's that about?
Yeah, not just like beige or black or jeans. That's
like red,
yeah,
green,
yeah.
green. Who's wearing green trousers?
And also, posh people, they don't know how to put on a jumper, do they? They get a jumper and they go, oh, bloody... Oh, I'll just put it over my shoulder.
Okay, one more story to get. Fingers on buzzers.
Harry Potter.
Ooh, are you excited about it?
Well, my youngest son is. I mean, I'm excited for him, but... yeah, I mean, it's nice, good, clean fun, right?
You say it's clean, but there's a raunchy kiss,
Apparently so, yeah, apparently.
Emma Watson says this is the most anticipated kiss in history, which is bullshit.
But it's such a huge, huge obsession for people. I mean, I took my youngest son, we went to Universal Studios And you can kind of get your head around it when it's like an 11-year-old wanting to wear the, you know, Hogwarts cape and the tie and buying the wand and getting on the ride with all the gear. I mean, it's a bit weird, but, you know, you've got grown-up people. I mean, there's a certain type of person that goes to theme parks as a grown-up on their own, I think. It's
Pedo.
But there's these adults in all the gear, and they're screaming and shouting on the ride, because you sit on a bank of, like, 4, one extra than this, and they're, you know, these grown-ups are going, yeah, man, woo, let's go, come on, Harry, and you're looking at these people thinking, why? I mean, it's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's a real come down for the actors, though, isn't it? Because their lives aren't going to be as glamorous, you know, because the special effects in Panto aren't that great. We're going, Daniel, when you fly, Big Dave's going to pull on the rope. And you have to make the whooshing noise yourself. OK, so Big Dave... He's going to spend that 48 million, and in 20 years' time, he's with the Chuckle Brothers and Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe was asked what advice he would give to his younger self, and he said, don't try too hard to be something you're not, which is the essence of acting.
If I could go back and talk to my younger self, I'd say don't worry about anything. In the future, you invent a time machine.
It is bad news for British industry, because one of the things you have to credit J.K. Rowling with, she insisted the films be made in this country. So all those films, largely, British crew worked on them, British production houses.
Well, maybe she should write another. She should string it out a bit. That would be a good thing.
No, she didn't. You know she didn't write it, don't you? You know that, don't you?
Is it?
It's a biography. She met this guy called Harry Potter. He was working in a coffee shop, and she just basically she wrote down his life story.
Is it really a true?
Yeah, it's true story. Even the bit at the end. Even the bit at the end.
The bit with the thing with the guy?
Yeah, you know how he dies from the eats the peanut. It turns out all along he had a peanut allergy.
Best way to make someone cry.
I've done a couple of, I like practical jokes, I've done a couple that have gone wrong and upset people. And when I was 17, like, my mum's a bit OCD and would always check where I am. She phoned my mobile and my friend answered it. I'd set this up and he answered the phone and went, hello, who is this? We found this phone in the wreckage. Oh, Jesus. Good joke though, right, guys?
I thought I was bad. Sometimes I don't tell my kids how hot the food is. No, it's not hot. Eat it.
John, have you ever cried?
He's a Leeds fan.
Yes, I am. I don't cry about football, though. There's so much real tragedy in my life. I just sort of do it on my own. I just think crying's like masturbating. You've got to get it out of your system every now and again. So I'll just, every now and again, I'll just take a night off, drink 2 bottles of red wine, and just, right, let's fucking do this. Go and stare in the mirror till it happens.
Are we talking about crying or masturbation now? Stare in the mirror until it happens. Jesus, John. Get the internet, it's not that expensive. OK, best way to make someone cry.
You know when you're really hungover and then they show the snowman? That really hits you right between the eyes.
Yeah. I'll tell you a really good way to make someone cry. This is a brilliant way. Is dress up as their dead grandmother. And then you say, haven't you grown since I died? Oh, haven't you grown? Oh, come on, what's the matter? Don't cry, you used to love me. Come on, give Nana a kiss.
Do you think they're crying at the Nana thing? Or do you think they're just crying and, oh, Sean Locke's had a breakdown, I liked him?
So what do you think? What do you think the answer might be, Alex?
Nipple twisters.
You know what, Alex? That's probably why she left you.
I've only got one nipple.
They were big twisters.
She's only got one. Hang on. A little bit of showbiz gossip, interestingly. She's only got...
No. Me.
You've only got one nipple?
Yeah.
How come you've only got one nipple?
Punched off.
I think I speak on behalf of everyone in this room when I say I'd very much like to see that. So what, nipple?
One good nipple.
One, OK.
One ripped off nipple.
Oh, no, that has been punched off.
Yeah.
That's my favourite thing that has ever happened on this show. Sean going... Yeah, that's it, yeah. Yeah, just checking out fellas' nipple. What's the matter with that? Most normal thing in the world.
Carpet right's one of those things. You just can't sell carpet because it's your brain just can't cope with seeing carpet like on the wall and in a book.
They should have carpet shoes, shouldn't they? So it's like a shoe. Put your foot into a piece of carpet and it fits like a shoe. Then you walk around. You look down. You go, that's what it would look like, wouldn't it? What do you think about that idea, carpet right? Is it too late?
Rebranding is the way to go. Like Mothercare's another one that's in trouble, and you just got to get another market in there. So you put like a tap of beer in there, and you just call it like MILFs Are Us.